new shul. Some reactions. What do you guys think of that?
I don't like being on display.
He doesn't like being on display. What do you mean?
Bizarre. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think it's a great the Hagim and there's a wash of Jews used to wash their hands. Like
I like it.
That's weird.
I like
Okay,
it.
the two separate
Come back for two super the laying open. It's right. The problematic, right? What were you saying?
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Why'd you like it?
I don't know. I just liked it. Just a fan.
What?
Just a fan.
It's just a fan.
Yeah,
Okay,
I thought it was a great museum.
good. Okay, great. What'd you like about it?
I mean, what? I mean, first of all, there are huge museums all over the world. It's important that people should know about the history here. It was done very well, very informative, and it's just a good museum.
I was
Yeah.
impressed by like the accuracy for the most part, or the fact that I didn't disagree.
Guys, listen to each other. Guys, listen to each other. Shh. Listen to each other. Other reactions to this place?
Yeah, I hated it.
Why'd you hate it?
I don't like being put in a museum. It's that simple.
He doesn't like to be put in a
And I
museum.
think people who come there need to be. I don't think walking around. I don't think if you know nothing that if you walk around there on your own, you'll fully be able to understand that sort of it still exists and it's still very real.
It says Pillars of Judaism and whatever that translation is, Polish or
Right.
backwards actually. Like that's weird because like in an art museum things are made years and hundreds of years beforehand, and this isn't fine. This might be 100, 200 years beforehand, but we still exist.
Yeah, but there are like at least two huge museums in New York City by itself. So why does that make a
Kyle,
difference?
have you ever been to some of the old synagogues in Manhattan? Because they do similar things.
Yeah.
No, but they're like
Tell the
that's
history of the place.
the history of the place and history of Jews in full is a little different, and it's still a little weird there also.
What, you're saying that non-Jews shouldn't be able to learn about Judaism until, like, God forbid it's never happened, but until there are Jews?
No, but it's a little weird to be on a museum still for
Yeah,
myself
it feels
walking in
weird, but
there.
it's still necessary.
Because that's a
I
personal thing
think
against
it's
museums.
a more complete and better educational community than Googling stuff on Jewish holidays.
Well, there's only so much you can
I just
put
think it's
in
weird to do it in a
space.
shul.
You can never get the whole
Why?
thing without
No, it's a shul. It's big. That's supposed to be for davening.
But there's nobody to daven in anymore, so what should I do with it?
No, so I'm saying that that's definitely like a big.
What? Shh, guys, you should be listening to each other. Other people are speaking. It's pretty rude.
Come on.
Side conversation.
That's definitely something that has to be taken into account. I don't necessarily think that it's 100% wrong to turn this into a museum. I just think it's a little bit uncomfortable seeing a shul used as a museum. When it was used for centuries as a shul.
What else do you want it to be used for then?
I don't know. I'm not saying that it's necessarily wrong to do this. I'm just saying it feels a little bit
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
I think given the circumstances, this is the best thing to do with it.
best. Better than everything.
Right, should just sit in ruins like the shul
Most schools in Europe are turned into museums in Hungary, in Czechoslovakia, and everything.
No, but being a museum and being a full religion display.
So I just want to say a couple things, just to point out a couple things. One thing, all these shuls that no longer have Jews left to be in them, what should be done with them? Question just putting out there, not the answer. One. Number two, Jews were 10% of Poland. We are less than 2% of America, and think of the impact we had on America. That we were 10% of Poland. The impact of Jewish, the people, the culture, and everything on Poland was very tremendous. And then all of a sudden, in 6 years, it's gone. Whatever our history with them was, tension back and forth, Fiddler on the Roof, right? Maybe it'll fall off every now and then. It was still a relationship that went on for 1,000 years and had its influence. And in 6 years, it was completely wiped out and gone. And in the 50 whatever odd years of communism, or 40 odd years of communism, it was completely shut down and not talked about. And all of a sudden, in 1990, all of a sudden, started opening up these little cracks until you get to 2011, it's this explosion of, well, who were these Jews? What were they? Do we want to learn about them? And that's what's happening now today in Poland. And yes, maybe it is a bit of a museum. Yeah, let's go to the new shul.